Have you ever considered the invisible, silent war unfolding inside you, like every single moment?
Quite something, isn't it? A constant battle.
Yeah, it really is. Your body's just tirelessly defending itself against, well, all sorts of microscopic invaders. It's pretty incredible when you think about it.
Absolutely.
So today we're doing a deep dive into that world, the whole landscape of transmissible diseases, and maybe more importantly, how your own immune system fights back. It's quite the system.
Mm-hmm.
We've been digging through quite a stack of materials, detailing pathogens, how they spread, and these amazing defense mechanisms the body has.
And our mission today, really, is to shed some light on the key players in your immune system. We want to focus particularly on how your body actually remembers past invaders, how it builds lasting protection.
Yeah, the memory aspect.
Exactly. We'll be zooming in on specific cells, specific processes, things that are absolutely vital for what's called active immunity.
Yeah.
Your body's own learned defense.
Okay, let's start at the beginning then. Transmissible diseases. What are we actually talking about here?
Right. So it's not just any illness.
No.
We're talking specifically about diseases that can pass from one person or organism to another. Now, things like your diet or genetics, they play a role in your overall health, sure, but they don't cause transmissible diseases.
The culprits are different.
The culprits are pathogens, these tiny, often invisible biological agents.
Okay, pathogens. So what falls under that umbrella?
Well, pathogens are essentially disease-causing organisms. Many are microscopic. You can't see them. Our sources highlight a few main types. You've got the bacteria, for instance.
Like Vibrio cholerae. That causes cholera.
Exactly that one. A classic bacterial pathogen in humans. Single-celled organisms, some good, some definitely not.
And then there are viruses, which are different, right?
Right.
Simpler.
Much simpler, yeah. Viruses are fascinatingly minimalist. They're not really alive in the usual sense. Just some genetic material, RNA or DNA, inside a protein coat.
Like a little package of instructions.
Pretty much. Think of the flu virus. Or measles. Super contagious. They basically hijack your own cells to make more copies of themselves.
Sneaky.
Very. And it's not just humans. The sources mention TMV, the tobacco-mosaic virus, which hits plants. Shows how specific they can be about their hosts.
Okay, bacteria, viruses. What else?
Fungi. We can't forget fungi.
Ah, right. Like mushrooms or smaller things.
Both, but the pathogenic ones are often microscopic, like trichophyton, the fungi causing athlete's foot.
Yeah, nasty stuff.
So bacteria, viruses, fungi is a diverse bunch of microscopic threats, each needing a slightly different response from our body.
And it's not just what they are, but how they get around, right? How they actually transmit. That seems key to the challenge.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They're masters of spreading. Take that athlete's foot fungus you mentioned.
Yeah.
Just walking barefoot on a damp locker room floor, a contaminated surface, boom, you can pick it up.
So easy.
Then there are, more indirect routes. Insect bites are a big one.
Yeah.
Mosquitoes carrying malaria or dengue fever. They're like tiny flying hypodermics,
Yeah, grim thought.
isn't it? And contaminated food or water, often from, fecal matter. Things like salmonella, clostridium, food poisoning culprits.
Okay.
And of course, the ones we're all very familiar with now.
Mhm.
Direct contact, or just breathing in droplets from coughs and sneezes. It's a constant assault.
Which brings us to the defense, the immune system. How does it even begin to cope with all that?
It's an incredibly coordinated response, not just one thing, but a whole network. Cells, tissues, organs working together. Its main job, detect and destroy those invaders.
How?
Well, a big part is producing white blood cells, leukocytes. Some of these are like the frontline soldiers. They directly attack the pathogens.
Okay.
And others have a different, really critical job, producing antibodies.
Antibodies, all right, I've heard that term a million times, especially lately. But what exactly are antibodies? What do they do?
They're fascinating, truly. Antibodies are proteins, usually Y-shaped, and the key thing is their specificity.
Specificity.
Yeah, each antibody is shaped perfectly, like a custom-made key, to fit a specific molecule on a specific pathogen. That molecule is called an antigen.
So one antibody type for one specific germ, basically.
Exactly. Super precise. And this allows them to do several crucial things. First, they can bind to the pathogen and just neutralize it. Like stop a virus from being able to latch onto your cells.
Okay, block it.
Or they can act like little flags. They bind to the pathogen and mark it, making it obvious for other immune cells to come and destroy it, like painting a target.
Highlighting the enemy.
Precisely.
Oh.
And sometimes they can even directly trigger the destruction of the pathogen themselves. So they're identifiers, neutralizers, and markers. Really versatile.
Okay, so the antibodies are like the intelligence unit, marking targets or disabling them. But you mentioned other cells coming in to destroy the marked ones, the ones doing the heavy lifting.
Exactly. That's where the phagocytes come in. These are a type of white blood cell that are specialists in, well, eating. Literally. Phago means eating. Phago means cell. So eating cells. Think of macrophages or neutrophils. Yeah. These guys patrol your body.
Like Pac-Man.
Huh. Sort of, yeah. When a pathogen is flagged by an antibody, it makes it really easy for a phagocyte to spot it. The phagocyte then basically engulfs it, pulls it inside itself into a little bubble called a phagosome.
Okay.
Then other parts of the cell, lysosomes, fuse with that bubble and release digestive enzymes. Powerful stuff. Breaks the invader down into harmless bits.
Wow. So they're the cleanup crew.
The ultimate cleanup crew, yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely essential for clearing infections.
Okay, so here's what I find really amazing. Your body gets infected, say, with something new. Immune system kicks in, antibodies, phagocytes. Eventually you get better.
Right, primary response.
But then later on, maybe months or years later, you encounter the exact same bug again. What happens? Do you have to go through that whole slow process again? Or does the body remember?
This is the genius part. It remembers. This is immunological memory. After you defeat a pathogen the first time, some of the specific white blood cells that fought it off, certain B cells that make antibodies, and certain T cells, they don't just disappear.
No?
No, they become long-lived memory cells.
Oh.
They hang around in your blood and lymph nodes, sometimes for your whole life.
Wow. So they're just waiting.
They're primed and waiting.
Yeah.
If that same pathogen shows up again, these memory cells recognize it instantly. And the response, it's incredibly fast and much, much stronger than the first time.
Faster and stronger.
Way faster. They multiply rapidly, churn out huge amounts of antibodies, mobilize other defenses. Often, the response is so quick and overwhelming, you don't even feel sick the second time. Or if you do, it's much milder.
Because the body already has the blueprint. It knows the enemy.
Exactly. It's learned. It's adapted. That's the core of long-term resistance.
So this whole learning and remembering thing, that's building up actual long-term protection, isn't it? What do we call that?
That's what we call active immunity. It's active because your own body is actively producing the antibodies and memory cells. It's doing the work itself.
Okay. And you get this how? Just by getting sick.
That's one way, yes.
Right.
Getting infected naturally, like with the chickenpox, you usually get it once, and then you have lifelong active immunity because of those memory cells.
Right.
But the other crucial way is through vaccination.
Ah, okay. How does that tie in?
Vaccination is basically a clever way to generate active immunity without having to get sick first. It introduces something that looks like the pathogen to your immune system, maybe a killed or weakened version or just a piece of it, like a specific protein.
So not the actual dangerous bug.
No, something harmless but recognizable. It's enough to trigger that primary immune response. Your body makes antibodies, and critically, it makes those memory cells.
So it's like a training exercise, a fire drill for the immune system.
That's a perfect analogy. It primes the system. So if you later encounter the real pathogen, your body, thanks to those memory cells, is ready to launch that fast, strong secondary response immediately. Prevents the disease or makes it much less severe.
That makes so much sense.
And you can see this really clearly if you look at graphs of antibody levels, like the ones in our source materials.
Yeah. How does that look?
Well, on the first exposure, you see a slow, gradual rise in antibodies. It takes maybe a week or two to peak, and the peak isn't that high. That's the body figuring things out.
Okay, the learning phase.
Right. But on the second exposure to the same thing, the graph shows the antibody levels shooting up almost immediately, within days, sometimes hours. And the peak level is way, way higher.
Wow. Like exponentially higher.
Often, yes.
Yeah.
Hundreds or thousands of times higher. It visually shows the power of those memory cells and active immunity. The system is primed and ready for overwhelming force.
Okay, so if we kind of zoom out, understanding how our own body learns, adapts, defends itself, it's not just cool science, right? It feels empowering.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it connects directly to public health. Things we do every day, washing hands properly, covering coughs, safe food prep, proper waste disposal. They're not just random rules. They're based on understanding how these pathogens transmit and knowing that while our immune system is amazing, reducing our exposure helps it do its job. It's about working with our biology.
It gives you a whole new appreciation for, just how sophisticated we are internally. That aha moment when you realize your body is this constant learner, this defender.
Constantly adapting, constantly protecting. It's an elegant system.
So quite a journey we took there. From defining these transmissible diseases, these pathogens,
Bacteria, viruses, fungi.
to understanding the immune response, those antibodies flagging things
Are
down,
the phagocytes cleaning up?
and then the really amazing part, the memory cells leading to active immunity, that long-term learned protection.
Exactly. And it leaves you with a thought, doesn't it?
Now-
Well, if our bodies have this incredible tangible system for memory and adaptation when it comes to physical threats, what other kinds of memory might be operating? How else are we constantly learning, adapting, building resilience, maybe emotionally, mentally, in ways we're only just starting to grasp?
Huh. That is something to think about. Our internal learning systems, maybe broader than we think.
Perhaps.
Well, hopefully this deep dive gives you, the listeners, some food for thought, too. Keep exploring how your body and the world works. Thanks for joining us.